Okay, I'm back with part 2 of my Xbox One game collection. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. One of the main reasons why I haven't bothered getting the remastered one of Grand Theft Auto 3 Vice City and San Andreas. Plus, I haven't heard good things about that collection. I did play San Andreas back when they had it on Game Pass, and it was okay, but at the end of the day, there was nothing about it that, had me wanting to go out and spend full price for it or anything, so yeah. Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, GTA is like whatever. It's nothing but a freaking open world wankfest of, murder and mayhem. That's pretty much all it is. So, yeah. Halo the Master Chief Collection. One of the best collections you're going to find, actually. So, yeah. And again, much better than any first-person shooter or whatever that you're going to find on PlayStation. Not trying to, make it about console wars here, but I'm just saying, when it comes to, like, racers and shooters, Xboxes, they've got it. I'm just saying. So, yeah. Halo 5 Guardians. I haven't got around to playing this one yet. I don't know if it's any good or not. I haven't heard good things about it, and I got it like a really, really cheap sale. So, yeah. Homefront The Revolution. Screw what people think about this game. It's great. I love it. It's like Red Dawn, but in video game form. And that's probably why I love it so much, because it does remind me of Red Dawn, one of my all-time favorite movies. I only got this because, again, I got it through a GameStop deal where it was like 4 games for $5 or less, and then you only had to pay $10. So, basically, it was like one of my freebies, if you will, and that is Jumanji, the video game. It's okay, but it would probably be a lot better if I had someone to play it with. It's just not very good for the single-player portion, so yeah. Just Cause 3, another one I got through that deal. And this is another one I got through that deal, which is Just Cause 4. Again, they're basically nothing but, fun games to dig around in. That's the only thing that can be said about them. Oh, here's something else that the Xbox has that you can't get on anything else. And honestly, I like this better than some of the other fighters we have out there. Yes, it's a fighter. Killer Instinct Definitive Edition has all the DLC, and it even comes with the original Killer Instinct games. So yeah, and it even has a collectible soundtrack too. So yeah, a lot of bang for my buck with this one. It was one of the first games I got for my Xbox One. I made sure it was one of the first ones I got for it. And yeah, I love this game. And in my opinion, it's better than Mortal Kombat. The only thing is in this one, you're not able to knock your opponents off a building and stuff like what you were with the original Killer Instinct games. So, and you're not able to do your the finishing maneuvers that were kind of like fatalities. So, at the end of the day, Mortal Kombat's still better, but I like the combat in this one better. So, yeah. Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. In my opinion, one of the best RPGs you're going to find. I would definitely recommend this over Skyrim, I'm just going to be honest. So yeah, this one is actually one I borrowed from my brother, but he's never bothered wanting to get it back. And he does this every now and then. I'll borrow a game from him, and then instead of him taking it back, he'll just be like, oh, you can have it. So I have a feeling that's what he done with this one, and it is the original Left 4 Dead. This one I just got given to me by someone I was buying games from, and he brought this one by mistake. I said, well, I didn't want that one. And he said, you know what, go ahead and have it. Go ahead and keep it. So I'm like, well, whatever. And it is Left 4 Dead 2. Yeah, I got lucky with both the Left 4 Deads there. This is a disc-only situation. I kept some stuff from my original. I kept the book or whatever from my PS4 copy back when I had it, so I could make my own homemade artwork for it, and it is Mad Max. Yeah, I made my own original artwork for it and everything, so yeah. It's a pretty good game. I like it. It was one of the first games I got for the PS4 back in the day. It was actually the very first game I ever bought for the PS4 back in the day. And to this day, still one of my all-time favorites. I haven't really been able to find too much that tops it, so yeah. Mafia 3. Some of these I have in Blu-ray cases because I don't have enough. Some of my Xbox One cases were kind of busted up, so I had to rely on some Blu-ray cases for some games. So yeah, eventually I'm going to order me a pack of replacement Xbox One cases, but it's going to be a while. Maneater. This game is not that great. It's fun. It's fun to dig around in. You're playing as a shark and everything. What gets me is you're supposed to be playing as a Megalodon. Anyone that doesn't know what a Megalodon is, that is a prehistoric great white shark. So it's supposed to make a great white shark seem like a little goldfish in comparison when it comes to the size. Well, in Maneater, even though you're playing as a Megalodon, the shark is still really small. Even fully grown, still really small. This is a game I could have passed up on altogether. I used to have it for PS4. Didn't get to play it that much on the PS4, so I didn't know if I was like it or not. But I decided to go ahead and repurchase it on the Xbox One, and it's one game I could have just said hell with altogether. But it's Mark McMorris Infinite Air. You know, we ain't really had a good snowboarding game since, like, what, the PlayStation 2 era? Just seems like, so yeah. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. Really love this game. It's a shame that Marvel Midnight Suns probably won't come to PS4 and Xbox One. Oh, it's announced for it, like it's supposed to come to it. But given the fact it's already available on PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I seriously doubt it's going to come to PS4 and Xbox One. It's probably going to get canceled for those systems. Which is unfortunate, because I would really like to play that game. But here's one of my all-time favorite series, and it is Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition. Really love these games. They are some of the best games that you're going to find. I guess it's all on one disc. For some reason, I was wanting to think there was 2 separate discs for that, but there's not. I only got this one just to dig around in, and it is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It's an open world game, and there's a lot of stuff to do in terms of just digging around. That's pretty much all that game's good for, though, is digging around. Metro Exodus. It's kind of like a Fallout type of game. Really good. I like it. It does have some bugs that probably never got fixed or resolved, but other than that, it's still a pretty fun game nonetheless. Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor. It's a Lord of the Rings type of game. Not really much to be said about it. It's mediocre. I'm going to be honest. It's a very mediocre game. And the sequel wasn't much better, but it was still a lot better than the first one, and that is Middle-earth, Shadow of War. MLB The Show 2021. Got it for like $10 on clearance. I said, hell, I might as well go ahead and get it. So, yeah. Now, on to these some more over here. We got Murdered Soul Suspect. Again, I love my murder mystery games, so that's why the reason I want to go ahead and get that and give it a chance. Haven't got around to playing it yet, but yeah. MX vs. ATV All Out Anniversary Edition. I didn't think I was going to like this game because honestly, the last time I played an MX vs. ATV game that I actually enjoyed was like back on the PlayStation 2. So I only got that through a deal because I made a trade with some guy and he wanted to get rid of all of his games and that was one of the games he had. So I'm like, I'll go ahead and get it and try it out. And I'm glad I did because I love it. It's great. I had to get this from one of my neighbors because he had a Steelbook edition. Even though this is on the Rare Replay collection, I still wanted it because of it being in collectible Steelbook. But that is Perfect Dark Zero. Really love that. So yeah. We got Prey. Very underrated Bethesda title. A lot of people overlook this one, and I don't know why. It's really good. Rage. Really good. Another good Bethesda title. See a lot of hate back in the day, and I don't know why. Oh, I know why, because it was really short. I think it takes like I think it's like a 15-hour campaign, something like that. But people got spoiled by like something like Fallout and Elder Scrolls, so they were expecting the campaign to be just as long in that one as what it was with those games. So when it wasn't, then people were basically shitting on the game just because of that. I'm like, whatever, people are stupid. Rage 2, another one that gets a lot of hate, and I don't know why. It's a really good game. It's like Mad Max meets Doom. Like, it's like the offspring of those two main franchises. And I'm like, that to me, that was a huge selling point for me. I love it. It's a very underrated title. I think more people need to check out. RBI Baseball 2019. I only got this because they had it on that deal with GameStop where, like 4 games for $10 as long as they're $5 or less. And that was on one of the games they had on that deal. So, yeah. This is another underrated title, and I really like it, and I think a lot more people need to give it a chance if they have an Xbox One, and it is ReCore. I know a lot of people, they think it is a mediocre exclusive, don't get me wrong, but it's still pretty good nonetheless, so yeah. I got enough time to maybe do another good handful of games here, so yeah. But next one I have here is Red Dead Redemption 2. I did keep my Steelbook from the PS4 when I got it for the Xbox One. So yeah, because I'm like, there's no way I'm getting rid of that. You know, I'm keeping that much from when I pre-ordered it for the PS4. So yeah, it's not as good as the first one, but it's okay nonetheless. Rise Son of Rome, a really short game, but really fun and really beautiful. You know, it had great graphics. The gameplay and combat was really fun. It's just a short game. It's got microtransactions out the wazoo, which is unfortunate. Saints Row, I got the Criminal Customs Edition. I only ordered the standard edition, and for some reason they, they got my order wrong. So I got the Criminal Customs Edition instead, which came with some DLC. So, well, that's GameStop's fault, not mine. So yeah. Shadow Warrior. It's like Kill Bill meets Doom. Great game. Definitely recommend it. Shovel Knight, the Treasure Trove. Again, another really hard, challenging side-scrolling platformer, but really fun nonetheless, and I definitely recommend it. Skate 3, probably the best skateboarding game you're going to find on like the Xbox 360. Of course, Skate 1 and Skate 2 is also backwards compatible on that, so there's that as well. I'm so glad I got this game because I actually ended up loving it. I figured I would because I love me some side-scrolling platformers and everything, and this one's great. But it is Snoopy's Grand Adventure. Yeah, I really love that one. And one of my all-time favorite games, and another one I'll probably do an LP of at some point in time, is South Park: The Stick of Truth. Really love that game. And I liked it more than its sequel, which is South Park in a Fractured Butthole. So, yeah. I got enough time to go ahead and do another stack here. Next one here is Star Wars Battlefront. I only have this one just so I can say I have the whole set. Because at the end of the day, the only one I really wanted physical is the second one. But I only paid like $3 for that, so I'm like, whatever. But yeah, the second one is so much better. Yes, it's got microtransactions out the wazoo and everything, but aside from that, it's still a really good game. Still not as good as what we had on the PlayStation 2 or the original Xbox or whatever, but it's whatever. And then I got Star Wars: The Jedi Fallen Order. Really good game. It's a shame that the Jedi Survivor is not coming to, PS4 and Xbox One, but yeah, what can you do? State of Decay 2. Still need to get the first one. They did release a physical copy of it for the, Xbox One. But yeah, screw what people say. This is actually a really good zombie survival game. A lot of people are dogging it because of its graphics and whatnot. You gotta keep in mind, this is made by an indie company, a small indie company at that. And I feel like it does a really good job and everything, being made by a small indie company. So yeah. Styx, Shards of Darkness. Really funny game. A little fun platformer. Not much I can say about it though. Sunset Overdrive, one of the best games you're gonna find on the Xbox, and in my opinion, this is like Xbox's edition of Infamous. Only this is better than Infamous in my own honest opinion. So yeah. Tekken 6 for the Xbox 360. In my opinion, this is a much better game to go with than Tekken 7. And even though I haven't played it yet, I can pretty much guarantee this is probably even better than Tekken 8. So yeah, I'm just saying, it seems like that franchise has really gone downhill. But it's mostly due to corporate greed and things like that for why fighting games have gone downhill. Because nowadays, it's like, you don't get just one season pass, you get 2 season passes. You have to spend like anywhere from $50 or $60.
Are you gonna want cheese now?
But yeah, it does get aggravating because it feels like you have to spend anywhere from $50 or $60 just to get the full experience. So by the time you buy the game itself and then the DLC for it, you're out like $120. So yeah, it is ridiculous how fighting games are like that now. It's one of the reasons why I don't have Mortal Kombat 10 or 11, either one. Because they were purposely half-assed to the point to where they're not even worth getting. Modern day fighting games suck. The only company that seems to give us a fighting game with a lot of good content from the get-go is Nintendo when it came to Smash. Even though that's not a real fighter, it's a party fighter, but nonetheless. At the end of the day, when it comes to like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, things like that, it's like, forget it. Because they release those games so half-assed, it's not even worth it. Like, for real, having to spend over $120 or so just to finally get an actual decent experience in terms of the content, That's ridiculous. And screw these companies for allowing corporate greed to ruin these once great fighters. But yeah, I don't have enough time to show off anymore, so yeah. You all take care. God bless. Peace. I will see you all next time with part 3.